What's going on YouTube and my fellow reefers? Happy Thanksgiving and happy Black Friday. The sales are at full swing as of today. There's some pretty good sales out there. And I'm gonna start off with today with some reef news. First, we got Live Aquaria kind of like basically going through some financial struggles or issues, filing for bankruptcy, and some creators out there have already made videos with pretty bold claims, to be honest. The moment I saw these news, this is not new for me. I've known this for a few weeks now, but I kind of didn't have enough information, and so I just decided to wait and see. So apparently Live Aquaria even came out with a statement letting everybody know that they're still in business. They're just moving things over to a new facility out in the West. So from what I am gathering, I think they're shrinking, they're cutting their operations, cutting down on those costs, because they did file for bankruptcy, but that does not mean exactly that the business is done. It just means that they have to make the business profitable. Redsea just came out with new products, so let's talk about it very quickly. So for the first product is the Reef Sense. All these products have come, they've announced basically a week ago or maybe a few weeks ago. So the Reef Sense is a new probe test system that they have. I personally don't see value in this item, but this is just a personal opinion. It handles your ATO, it handles your pH, it reads your pH readings and your salinity. And that's honestly pretty much it, besides temperature and leak detectors that is already in the Reef ATO. So really the only difference is that you're getting salinity probe and a pH probe. And honestly, based on my experience, salinity and pH are not parameters that I need to be constantly monitoring 24/7. This product is honestly like $400 to $700 for the full kit. So that's a lot of money for these probes. The reason I don't see the value there is not only is it pretty pricey, but that just adds to your maintenance schedule, because these probes need to be, I don't know if they need to be calibrated or not, but based on my experience with probes and sensors, they usually need to be calibrated. But even though if they not need to be calibrated, you still need to clean them, take them out, wipe them down, scrub them. I feel like we have so much stuff already and so much equipment that we're already struggling with space as it is and cable management, and just adding more on top of that can be a little overwhelming. But if for some reason pH, salinity, and those things are very crucial and important to you, and you can afford to splurge on this novelty item, I will definitely consider, it looks pretty cool, to be honest. I mean, there's nothing else out there which is as nice as this. They are really nice, I'll say that. It looks really, really cool. So Redsea also came out with their Reef Control Power, which is basically a smart power outlet, and this puppy is over $300. And I use power outlets, smart power outlets, and I spend nowhere near as much. I think the biggest novelty that this item brings to the table is that you can control that inside your Reef app. That way, instead of having two separate apps, you only have one. Little novelty things here and there. I don't think they're really a necessity, and for the price, I don't see a lot of value in them. But if you guys think otherwise, comment down below, let us know. Now, the third thing Redsea just came out with is their new Generation 3 tanks. And OMG, I was so afraid that when I saw that they announced that Generation 3 came and completely replacing Generation 2s, I thought that they were having issues with the Generation 2s immediately, because it was so quickly. I mean, the Generation 2 reefers were only out for not even 3 years, I think. And if you think about the gap between the Generation 1 and Generation 2 was almost 10 years. So the fact that they came out with these tanks, these new Generation 3 tanks so quickly in a matter of like 2-3 years, raised the red flag in my book. So I called Bulk Reef Supply. I spoke to indirectly spoke to Redsea itself, and they assured me that they were just the only thing that really changed in this Generation 3s were the plumbing, which it's for the return pump, it's more efficient, meaning just to give you quick context, the Generation 2 and Generation 1 plumbing for the return pump used to be 2 90-degree angles. So it went from the pump up, then 90-degree angles, and then 90-degree angles up to your overflow. It's just more efficient, more direct plumbing. I get it, it makes sense. Nothing too game-changing there. Now, I will say that the overflow valve is I think it's called a gate one, where it lowers and it goes up and down with a little gate valve, versus the other one, it was like a piece of like rubber that was just extending. So I think the real thing here is the control valve, which honestly, if it does fix, I do have issues with my overflow. It goes up and down a lot. But as far as stands, seams, and everything like that, if you have the Generation 2s, rest assured it is the same thing, according to them and other retail stores that I've asked. So anyways, let's keep moving on. I just got in new shades for my 3 Redsea LED 160s Generation 1. I will go ahead and unbox those shades. They came in today from PrintedReef. It took a few weeks, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the tank, why I got these shades, and we'll see if they make a difference. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so here we have the tank, and I'm going to show you guys why I got these shades before we unbox them and everything like that. I just want you guys to see really the reason for these things. And I'm gonna put my hand out front so you guys can see the reflection. So as you guys can see, I am a good 5 feet away from my tank, and I'm getting light spill over here. Like you can see it on my hand. Now the closer I get, the more intense the light is. Now I am only like 3 feet away, and look how much light is spilling in my hand. And you can imagine just getting close to your tank, looking at your corals, looking at for problems like I always do, and getting smacked in the face with a bunch of light. It really, over time, it really gets kind of annoying to get all this light in your face constantly for, you know, for whatever. And the closer you get, the worse it gets. Unless it's like really, really close, there's a little bit of shade here. You can see the shade, how we go in from this to that. There is some shade, and it's because of the lip that I have, so that's the only thing providing a little bit of shade. So this will help me get better. Also, not only, you know, save my eyes from getting cooked from the par, but also it'll probably help me get better, more consistent photos and videos of my reef tank. And you know, it's already pretty hard for us to film our reef tanks because we need orange filters. You know, we have to work with the glare, not only orange filters but also orange lenses. So there's a lot that goes into recording these tanks, especially when you have the right spectrum. But anyway, let's go ahead and open up the box and see what we got. So I have 3 Redsea lights. This is from a company called PrintedReef. Really cool company, really good staff. I met some of them during the Orlando Reefapalooza show, and they do a little bit of everything. Not too much with the packaging, just comes with some of that, and then they bubble wrap the shades. So this is one of them. Okay. So this is the shade right here. I got the wide angle one. So there are 3 versions of this, and every light sort of have their own version or multiple versions, so you can play around with that as well. The price difference is not so much, thankfully. So this is the wide version. So I still want the wide spread. There are also 4-sided ones where it kind of evenly distributes the spread. And there's narrow ones where it's like this on all 4 sides, and it really constricts the spread on that one. So I should have gotten 3 of them. So let's go ahead and install it. And supposedly this should be pretty simple to install. So we're gonna go ahead and find out. Here's the install. This is how they look. Looks pretty good. I had to raise my 3rd light a smidge, that way it fits a little bit better. But yeah, they fit really good. I like how they keep these vents nice and open so the fans can still do their thing and cool the lights off. But yeah, actually, speaking about my overflow is kind of going crazy right now. Let's see how it did with the light spill. Even though I still have some spill, it's kind of hard to tell, but it's almost, you can't even see the glare anymore in the camera either, which is good. That's what I wanted. So did it remove the glare completely? No, it doesn't remove it completely, unfortunately. But did it make a difference? Absolutely, it made a difference. It is not as bad, but there still is glare, unfortunately. Just not as bad. Now I did have shades already in there, but the shades that I had was the Redsea ones. They're not as aggressive. So really what I was showing you guys was with the glare that I was getting was with the Redsea shades. And this is the Redsea shade right here. I had this on, they clip on there. It helps with the glare as well, that's what they're meant for. So I really didn't, when I was showing you the glare, it really was with these type of shades. So I've always had shades on them. These shades are just a little bit more aggressive. So I'm pretty happy with it. So I am right now prepping for my Thanksgiving week off. I will be traveling for the Thanksgiving week to visit friends and family. So it was gonna be around a week that I'm not gonna be here with my tank. So before I go, another thing that I arrived today was the Aqua Illumination, the AI pucks. I got a few of these pucks right here. Now, the ones that I have melted, and apparently that's a very normal thing. You gotta, anywhere from 6 months to 2 years, you'll have them melt on you. I didn't know that till I looked at them. But I'm gonna show you what I mean right now. So it was just easier for me to remove this whole thing. But you can tell, you see that in the middle here? Like a brownish. Those are melted pucks. So I tried to remove the screws from the pucks and that's not enough. So I'm removing now the frame. It should be pretty easy to change. And yep, you have to remove them. So these are the burnt ones. You can even smell a little bit of the see that? That's crazy. That's not good. But funny thing is, it's honestly like both of them. They're both all burnt up. And like you can see the new ones. I purchased a few extra ones just in case I have to do it in the future. That way I don't have to pay for shipping. So these are the clean ones. So let's go ahead and put them on. There it goes. Alrighty, that was pretty easy. I got the new ones on. I just took the whole mount. It's just easier to do that versus having to take this out. There's more screws and then the wiring and everything like that. But yeah, good as new. So I'm just gonna go ahead and plug this back in, and that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys learned something today. Like I said, Life Aquaria, check them out. They're still rocking and rolling. They have Black Friday sales. Make sure to support them. They're really, really important to the hobby. I think that they have some place in the hobby. Local fishers are really, really good, but you never know. Like sometimes you want variety, and your local fisher will not always carry the fish that you want. So make sure to support Live Aquaria, and yeah, Printed Reef. Go ahead. I'll post a link down in the description. I'm really happy with the light fixtures, and yeah, and today we swapped these out. So next on the bucket list before I leave, I will be replenishing my GFO reactor. I will be putting new GFO media in. I will go ahead and take the wave makers, clean them out tonight. And I just gotta, I just got back from another trip yesterday, so I've just not had a lot of time to keep up with the maintenance. I usually try to have a maintenance list, and I have 3 tanks, 4 tanks if you want to count the frag tank. So there's a lot of maintenance, a lot of things going on, a lot of water testing. I'll probably do some water changes as well. So yeah, it can get a little overwhelming sometimes. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.